All right, so in today's video, I'm going to be explaining why you as a coach should not be taking paid one-up calls. So it's something I see a lot. You'll see coach who has a lot of decent content. They get a bunch of views. Literally, you'll go to their profile and you see they have a one-on-one call that you can really just pay to come on. Some of them will do it for $5, $10, $20, up to $50, $100, even $200, right? And you might be making good money for that, right? But there's a reason why it's not getting to where you want to be, right? The reason is you're committing your value only to the time that you have. If someone is paying you $50 an hour, it's always going to be on what you make right there. This is the first problem. I'm actually going to drive you through two problems, multiple problems actually. When you have this attachment to the time, right? What happens as you scale? You get more and more calls, you get more and more tired. You have to take all these calls, and it's pretty much all these people are headaches. So because you have to just do so much volume, so much of that, where are you going to have time to make content? Where are you going to have the time to literally do the things that you want to do outside of your coaching business? People have lives, right? So then the next thing, right? The next problem is going to be on the side of the client themselves. Someone can come in, let's say you're a therapy coach, and they can come in and they book a one-on-one call, right? Or a session. And they do this session. Someone needing therapy, most likely a lot of time therapy, one session not going to do it, right? They're going to need a long time with therapy to get from their current state to their desired state. In any other age unit, there's a current state that the person comes to you and it's desired state. It's going to take them from the current state to the desired state. So how do you think you can get them from the current state to the desired state in just 1 hour? It's impossible in cases. And what will actually end up is the person will have a certain fleeting sense of accomplishment or joy that they actually got help from you in this in that first call. But then they'll come out and, over time, they'll have even more problems. They'll have more things that they need to get solved, right? Or they didn't fill the whole gap. Maybe they got one step forward and now another step back, right? So that's another problem with paid one-on-one calls. It's just not enough to get to actually help the person who's coming on the call. Okay, so what is the solution to this, right? Instead of having a one-on-one call, right, or just hourly calls in general, attaching things to your time, you can literally switch over and switch your pricing over to one, pricing based on the actual value that you give to people, and two, change your pricing to be pricing that, and then change your delivery, right, to be a delivery that actually takes someone across the whole transformation, right? Help them, walk them across the entire thing without getting yourself burnt out. And how do you do, and what that does? It ends up being a high ticket price most of the time. Some people can do away with the mid ticket price for this, but pretty much the procedure for doing this, it's taking those people that you worked with before and identifying everything that, one, where they are, and two, identifying every single step that it takes to get them from that point to where they want to be. And then you document each step. And as you document each step, you then create a solution for that person. This solution can either be a done for you solution, or done with you solution, or a do it yourself solution. And when you be able to create this playbook, right, you now have this one playbook that every single person that comes to you can use to get the exact same solution, right? Because that's your offer, and that's a part of your deliverables for your offer. So now every single person that comes to you goes through the same client roadmap, and they all are able to get to the same results. And you are packaged. You're not having to say the same thing over again to all these people. Two, go back and redo the same thing for each person. And three, you're not getting burnt out because you could probably send to one-on-one calls, you can have group calls, or you can even charge the ultra high package, like what's money charge for one-on-one, right? But at the end of the day, you're not tied to your time anymore. You're tied to the transformation. Your pricing is tied to the transformation. So now, at the end of this, you've got a great offer, and your service delivery is great, and your service delivery actually improves because over time, you're going to be getting more and more feedback from your customers as to what it is they need to succeed, what it is to help them, and you're going to be able to take that feedback and input it into your deliverables, so it keeps getting better and better. What does this lead to? More referrals, which leads to more sales. You get the best results. I don't know your business as a whole, while helping you thrive in your business. So if you are who is a coach or a consultant, right, or creator, you want to scale your input for service-based business or high-ticket coaching program, right? And you want someone to come through it. Help you do all this. You need someone in your corner. Check the description to see how to work.